I really wish that these men would stop getting on this internet and telling people that they are self aware narcissists. By the very definition of narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, because we ain't talking about just narcissistic traits and characteristics. No, we're talking about, by the very definition, narcissistic personality disorder. That amount of accountability it's an oxymoron. The statement alone is an oxymoron. There's no way that a person with true narcissistic personality disorder would take that amount of accountability. And why it's so important and why it matters is because you're giving people false hope. You're giving people false hope. People that are truly living with a person with narcissistic personality disorder is listening to your videos, thinking that this person can be saved with therapy, thinking that this person can go on and change. They cannot. They are incapable. And it took me a very long time to accept that truth because I truly believe that there's always something that can be done. I truly believe that love conquered all. Baby, no. No. A person with true narcissistic personality disorder has gone through a psychotic break. They are experiencing psychosis. Okay? There is no help for that. There is no amount of therapy that they can undergo to rewire brain patterns and workings that have been set in place since childhood. They are operating from the mentality of a child in an adult's body. They are not capable of being rewired. It's not possible. Okay? And a person with true narcissistic personality disorder is never going to get help because that means that they would have to be accountable. The minute that you start to shed some type of light, because everything about with them is about appearance. It's never any internal workings. It's never any depth. It's never anything that says I'm growing spiritually. They'll pretend. They'll wear a facade. They'll repost shit. They'll use your own words and pretend like they are, spiritual and care about God. And they're demons. They don't care about God. They have no spiritual practice. They don't pray. They don't do anything. They lie. You understand? They lie. That's all they do. That's all they do is lie because they're delusional and they're living in a world that does not exist. And the minute that you try to put them into reality, it's too painful. So we've got to stop pretending like narcissistic personality disorder can be treated because it cannot. And any man that gets on here and tell you he's a self-aware narcissist is capitalizing off of the trend. It is impossible. Okay? You give people false hope thinking that their narcissistic spouse is going to change. And I'm talking about a person with true narcissistic personality disorder. I'm not talking about somebody who's displaying signs, symptoms, and traits. Okay? These people are experiencing a psychotic break that happened in childhood, something that cannot be undone. It cannot be reverted. They will drag you to the pits of hell because you, being the good empath that you are, think that love conquers all. No, not a person with true narcissistic personality disorder. Stop listening to these men get on here telling you they're self-aware narcissists. It's an oxymoron. It cannot exist. The very definition would not allow that person to have that type of accountability. Okay? It just wouldn't happen. It's not going to happen. And that false hope will have you holding on to this person for your dear life, trying to get them to see things a different way, trying to get them to change, trying to get them to grow, trying to get them to become something different. No, no, it's not going to happen. The only thing you can do is let go. That's it. That's all you can do. And it hurts. I'm not saying it's easy. It hurts. I've developed 2 autoimmune disorders with this person. I have gone through hell with this person because being the good empath that I am and being the nurse that I am, fixing things and fixing people, believing that, oh yeah, he can get better, he can change, he can grow. No, 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 he won't. He won't grow, he won't change. Go make some money. Will do. But right now, I'm trying to help people, men and women, save themselves and make some money for themselves by letting go of these demons, because these demons will put you to the poorhouse. I've lost everything. Everything. I met this person. I had everything. At least I believed. And I lost everything with this person, trying to help them, be a better person, trying to help them grow. Yeah. So yeah, I do need some money, and I am going to go make some money. But in the meantime, I'm getting my ass kicked every time I'm not telling folks what's going on out here. It's revelations, okay? You don't have to believe in the Bible. You don't have to believe anything for it to be true.
He's sleeping, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get out of here. Australia.
Mama.
Okay.
I just...
You can leave the door open.
Leave her right there?
Yeah.
Mm. Something was underneath.
Yes, I've gotten to the point where I just put myself in my
Something
room
was underneath me by the fire.
and stay out of his presence.
And the kid gave me chips. I ate all of them.
Nothing you say is getting in.
I
It's not
ate
getting
all
in.
of my chips.
It's not registering. It's not getting anywhere. It don't do nothing. It don't go nowhere.
You didn't know I have
They just live
twice.
in a loop.
I'm 100 hungry.
They live in a loop.
I'm
So when things happen,
Mama, I'm 100 hungry.
they pretend to acknowledge them, and then they just
So
act
I
like they
eat
never happened.
everything
So you
to
never
get to
resolve
100.
anything. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever gets resolved because they don't.
And I ate
Accept
everything to get to 100.
You did? Okay.
But I did get to 100. It wasn't enough. It just go up to 6. It just go up to 6.
Has anyone
go up
ever
to 6 hungry?
met someone with narcissistic personality disorder? Not just
So
the traits,
that's why I
not
was
just the
super,
characteristics,
super hungry.
the actual
So that's why I was telling
mental
you
illness,
hungry. So that's
psychosis.
why I was telling you that I was super hungry.
You were super. Oh, you're talking about the game.
No, I was super hungry in my tummy.
You were super hungry in your tummy. Did you eat? Did you eat something?
Yeah.
Besides the chips?
Yeah, chips. But it was but it didn't fill me up. The chips was.
They didn't fill you. They didn't eat lunch.
No, I didn't eat all once. Oh. Uh-oh. There's a pudding. There's a pudding.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't put it back in. Can you help me?
I'll be back, I guess. Oh, yeah.
I
That
did-
too. Absolutely.
I
Jezebel
did,
spirit,
Mom.
for
I
sure.
did, Mom.
Good job.
Yeah. No,
But that's my point. When you have these men getting on here saying they're self-aware narcissists, it cannot exist. It's an oxymoron because they're not aware. And if you try to bring it into their awareness, they will further retreat. You will often do more damage than good, because anything that threatens the image that they've created or the illusion, the delusion, no. They will run far, far away from it. Learn that the hard way. So then the codependency, you try to figure out, okay, how am I getting out of this situation? Because you've really done a number. I tell myself, like, you've done a number. How did you let this go on for so long? 10 years. Before you really, because you don't know what's happening. You don't know the mind games. It wears you down so bad you don't know what's happening. I ended up in a mental institution. I checked myself in for a week because I truly couldn't comprehend. And it didn't help because a week after 10 years of this cycle, that week didn't do anything but further make things more evident, and then you still can't change it. There's no adapting. There's no fixing it. You can't. And with my personality, I will keep going, trying to fix it, trying to fix it. And you can't. There's no problem to be solved. And that's why it's dangerous for these men to be getting on here. That's why I know they sent by the devil, because they shouldn't be on here leading people to believe that they can, that there's a such thing as self-aware narcissism. With a true narcissist, person with true narcissistic personality disorder, there is no hope. There's no amount of therapy. There's nothing that's going to change that. Do not listen to these men that's getting on here telling you that they're self-aware narcissists. It's not true. They're capitalizing off of a trend. That's it. And they've got some good content. They really do have good content, But for someone who has lived through it for 10 years and has with a nursing background in psych and behavioral health and has an understanding of certain things and certain dynamics and how the brain works and this, that, and the third, I feel like I've been in a case study for the last 10 years. It does not, it's not true. It's just simply not true. So I guess that's my new thing, to debunk all of this self-aware narcissist bullshit, because it's not true.
Mom, look.